Welcome to the Print Live. This is Martin Kelly, and with me today is Brandon Wright, co-founder and CEO of Tongo. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm well. Thanks very much.
You've been having a good time at Blueprint?
Yeah, I've been having a great time. I mean, so many friends, and it's great to see the ecosystem grow. It's larger than it was last year. It'll be larger next year. It's been fun.
Fantastic. Well, let's start from the beginning. I'd love to hear about your journey and kind of how you got into the industry.
Yeah. So after about 20 years in and around financial services, whether it be around saving and investing or whether it be access to credit, it just became increasingly obvious that the entire financial infrastructure of our economy is really built for people on salary. And that leaves out about half of the professional population. About 34 million self-employed professionals don't have a financial system that works the way they do. And so we decided to build Tongo to reinvent financial services, which is so essential to almost every facet of life for this population.
Amazing. Well, great stuff. Well, you know what? I often try and do this with guests where I ask something interesting about them. What I'm going to ask you is slightly different. I'm going to ask, are there any doppelgangers of yourself out there?
Yeah, it's funny. So I get Stanley Tucci almost every day.
I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, especially since the pandemic, where I think he hosted like a cocktail show, and then but when I was younger, when I had hair, it was Robert Downey Jr. So I've made a transition.
Very good. Well, if you were making a living off that, you just have to pivot, right?
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
There you go. All right, fantastic. Well, it's been a big week for you. You've had a big announcement. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
So we've launched the financial benefits platform, and that's something we've been working on for about a year. It's been an idea that we've seeded for about 3 years, and it really kind of strikes back to this point that self-employed professionals, in our case here, 1.4 million real estate agents, don't have access to the financial services that their salaried neighbors have.
Yeah.
So think about the need to save and invest, right? Well, for someone on salary, that really happens in the flow of funds. Your taxes are withheld, your retirement account is contributed to, your insurance is covered, all before you actually receive your deposit. And it turns out that savings automation is really crucial into future financial stability. But real estate agents get paid when deals close, whenever that happens, and that financial irregularity can wreak havoc, especially if they don't have that savings automation that happens with payroll. So what we've launched this week is the Tongo Financial Benefits Platform, which is really bringing self-employed professionals, really bringing those 1.4 million real estate agents a payroll solution that automates saving and investing. But because they also have this irregularity between their income and their fixed monthly expenses, we've taken one step more and we've embedded a commission line of credit, the industry's first commission line of credit that allows them to draw on future commissions up to 60 days early. And so by brokers bringing Tongo to their agents, they're really bringing them for the first time an end-to-end financial solution that gives their agents the same benefits that salaried professionals enjoy.
Fantastic. Yeah, I remember reading a book a long time ago called Nudge, and it's all about this idea of making it easy for people to do the right thing and the difference that makes in terms of the percentages. So it makes a lot of sense in terms of if you don't have that regular salary, you're missing out on all those things. You need a different structure to nudge them to do the things that are going to benefit them in the long term.
Totally. I mean, brokers for a very long time have understood that financial stability is essential to build a successful business. They've been telling agents they need to save. They've been telling agents that they need to be financially secure, but they just haven't given them the tools to do it. And with Tongo, now they can bring their agents this suite of financial benefits that automates savings. It aligns cash flows between that irregular closing schedule and fixed monthly expenses, and giving them those tools really makes all the difference.
Fantastic. And has anything like that existed for agents in the past?
You know, it never has. And that's kind of the amazing thing. You know, we're talking about, as I mentioned, 1.4 million real estate agents, about 36 million self-employed professionals. And what that has looked like in the past is a real estate agent is going to receive their commission, not with taxes taken out, not with retirement accounts contributed to, but they're going to receive their commission in one lump sum. So they haven't had the benefit of any of that automated budgeting that salary professionals enjoy. When they receive that lump sum, then they've got to research what types of accounts they need to have. They need to figure out where to open them. They need to calculate how much they should set aside, and then they've got to transfer those funds. And all of that is kind of a lot. And so it just hasn't happened. And so bringing the financial benefits platform makes a lot of that easy and automatic. And because that is so critical in budgeting, now you start to build this foundation of financial stability on which they can really build their best business.
And how does it work with brokerages and then the agents in terms of the problems that you're solving?
As far as a brokerage is concerned, when they use Tongo, it's really just a better, more secure version of direct deposit, right? Right now, when a broker sends a commission to an agent, they're sending that commission to each and every single agent's individual bank account. Now, all of those commissions can go to one secure account with Tongo. So the broker experience is really similar to what they're currently doing. But the agent experience is radically different. What the agent's going to do is, instead of just receiving that one lump sum commission and trying to figure out how to use it, the agent's going to connect their business checking account, the same one they've always used to receive direct deposit, but they'll also connect their high yield savings account, the one they use to set aside money for taxes. They'll connect their health savings account. They'll connect their SEP IRA or their brokerage account. And then from their Tongo dashboard, they'll choose exactly how much of their commission they want to be automatically distributed across all of those accounts. And they can change that on a commission by commission basis. So as far as the broker is concerned, it's very similar to the way they continue to distribute commissions. But as far as the agent's concerned, they now have this automation layer that allows them to distribute to all of those really important connected accounts.
So what about the current market conditions? Has that affected your strategy at all?
It's actually brought the market to us, right? As we mentioned earlier, financial stability has been top of mind for brokers for a long time, especially as they think about, how do I set my agents up to succeed? They have offered their agents best-in-class tools for almost every aspect of their business, except financial services, because there just haven't been the tools available. We obviously want to fill that void. But they're also thinking a lot about retention. And financially stable agents are agents for a longer time.
Right.
They build bigger and better businesses. And so, bringing them these tools to automate saving and investing, to help them align their cash flows, that's really this kind of missing component and this stabilizing feature of a market right now, which is, a little bit destabilized by all the changes.
Got it. Okay. And what are you hearing from brokers at the moment?
We're hearing that they've been telling their agents that they need to save for a long time, that they need to be financially secure, but they just haven't had the tools available to do it.
Right.
So what we're hearing is, thank you for being here. This is something we've been working on for a long time. How quickly can we, implement Tongo? And I will say, I know how that sounds, because wouldn't every business like to say that? But the truth is, this isn't the first time I've done it. When you're solving an important problem, and you know what it feels like to unlock that latent demand. And we built this, it's not terribly surprising, because we built this with brokers for brokers. And so the fact that they appreciate what we're doing and that it solves a meaningful problem for them, we kind of did that by design. But we're really excited about the reception in the market.
Fantastic. Well, at Blueprint, we're all about the future of the built world, and we have a lot of people doing very ambitious things from startups and taking them to the next level. So for Tongo, you definitely seem to be cracking a new problem or solving it for people. What's your big audacious goal for the future then?
So the big audacious goal for us is to level the playing field for the commission economy, right? It turns out that small businesses, entrepreneurs, they really are the engines of the U.S. economy. If you look at the net jobs created over time, almost all of them come from new ventures. And these are folks with kind of the fewest options when it comes to financial services. And financial services, it doesn't solve all problems, but it is an essential component to a stable foundation on which all of these entrepreneurs can build outstanding businesses. So we're very much starting in real estate. We're focused on those 1.4 million agents and helping them create financial stability. But over time, we see opportunities to help so many other verticals where there's this density of self-employed professionals that where we can create value, we can automate, we can align cash flows so that they can really focus on building their business.
Amazing. Well, I really believe in your mission. I think it makes a ton of sense, so we'll be rooting for you. Thank you so much for coming on, Brandon.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much. This has been another edition of The Print Live.